still letting them breed. I just see those as like a little meat production, honestly. I will keep those on a 2:5 ratio. Rainbows are still basically unlimited. The Arctic Wolf has basically got fair range. I've only got one of them. Megasofts is still fine. I only have one of them. Alright, so that's going to cull off a few animals. I don't know how I feel about this balance. I was trying to increase it, but I think I may have to decrease it because I need a lot of food right now. I do need the meat, and I do have the people to go and handle the animals, but I don't quite have enough food to maintain the handling at the moment. I don't have surplus. If I hadn't have had to send a couple of thousands of like rice and potatoes and stuff to my allies a couple of times, we would be fine. I would be able to increase my number of animals just fine. But that's not what's happened. And due to a couple of battles, specifically when we had this being a lock-in spot, I've made like my enemies, like my allies' enemies a few times, and I've had to make them friends again. So, yeah. Little Toad looks like he's finally come out of, I was going to say come out of the mental break, but he looks like he's about to go back into one. Which he needs, mate. Recreation. Still upset about Colonist died. Did we get one of those? I guess we haven't got it back yet. One of those things that go pop, makes them happy. It's fine. Honestly, I'm not really getting fertilized eggs out of the ducks and the chickens. Realistically, like I said, the best thing I could do with those is like shove them into a room again and like just have them lay a fuck ton of eggs. And then those eggs wouldn't be eaten by the cats and panthers. And then eventually they will hatch and stuff. Like I could do that, but I think at the moment, whatever they're making, are you doing that for a caravan? Okay. He is doing that for a caravan. I just saw him collecting animals and I'm like, please tell me one of my doors are not open. But they are not. Also, what's going on with the power over here? Why? Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. That one's not connecting, but that doesn't really explain this one not actually powering them. There's two in here that are just full on not connected. Okay. Hold on. Let's get these two to reconnect to a different one. Yeah, well that one's on, that one's off. Oh, we can see the power grid. I'm guessing that one might have a problem with connecting wire through there. If that's the case, I might just need to bring this all the way up for this one. Just so that those couple get a power. Because I have noticed that they are often off. I see you, turtle. It's always a turtle coming in from the bottom area, I swear. Alright. It looks like I'm going to have a fuck ton of rice soon anyway, I hope. If we can at least get like part of it, it would be so great if I could get some of my like harvesters out here at night. You know, before my animals get a chance to eat this shit. But I do have these rooms in here. I turn them back to rice and potatoes and stuff like that with the view that I made them cotton and we got like 7,000 cloth out of that. And that was great. But 7,000 cloth is going to last me a while for medical stuff. So I'm good to turn it back to food for a little bit. If it's going to make 7,000 cloth in probably like the space of a season or so, I would probably do better to have 7,000 rice, you know, at least like feed a group like this. That, and I changed that one and one more up here, that one. I changed 3 grow rooms, so we should have a pretty productive like crop out of this that the animals can't get to. That's the point. I have got food up here. I have 400 rice just sitting over here. It's you know, can't find the webpage for 04. But anyway, yeah, we've got that just sitting around up here, but I'm waiting for people to actually bring it inside. And due to the battle, everybody's been pissed off and doing other stuff and whatever. I don't know what Vivo's out here doing. Harvesting. Grim should be cooking, yeah. Yeah, I really haven't actually like had a chance to like look around for a bit. Young's collapsed. That's okay, mate. Were you in a mental state? Maybe. I don't think I had him doing anything unless it was cleaning. He could have been cleaning. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Look, the nice thing is I've got like a shit ton of beds. I've got enough beds for people. One person died, so like our colony number went from like 265 people plus 2 prisoners, 267 total, to 264 colonists and 2 prisoners, so 266 total. So taking Cat effectively did replenish, the fuck his name was, Jung or something. I can't remember because I had the 2 different deaths, and I remember Vulture, but I don't remember the other one, but I'm pretty sure it's Jung. But, yeah, I guess Cat replaced them. They do plants and shit. Like, plants and animals are going to keep him so busy. Just having those 2, I was going to allocate them to be able to do some cooking and shit, but they'll never ever get, like, into the kitchen with those 2 stats on them. Recreation deprived. Shizuka, that's fine. She's just gonna sad wander. Admittedly, nobody's tried to, like, leave the colony for a while. If you guys notice, nobody's tried to do, like, give up or, like, run wild or whatever. I just think that's really interesting. You're the bastard with ambrosia. You've been in hospital this whole time, which means somebody fed that to you. I don't know who, but somebody in my medical team has been feeding ambrosia to patients. And that's not something they're supposed to do. Like, the thing is, I can't fully prevent them. Like, I could definitely go through and I could set, oh, you're not allowed to have any drugs if I go into, like, what do you call it? Like a sign. And I could go into, like, the drug policies and, like, edit and shit and, like, fuck around with this and be like, you're never allowed to have any of this at all and stuff. But it's more of, like, a challenge to kind of, like, keep them the fuck out of it. And, like, pay attention to if somebody wants it and stuff. And make sure that they don't actually get to it. More so than just being like, oh yeah, you're just not allowed it in general, you know. That's a bit easy, you know. But I have majority of my horses up here. I don't know if this little horse here is coming on this trip or not. It looks like it is. It decided to walk up here all on its own, by the way. It's doing better than most animals in my entire colony has ever done. And it's a fucking foal. So that's a thing. I don't see any, like, major animals. There is one panther. Croquette is injured. Whole body blood loss, that's fine. Croquette should be fine. Need warm clothes. Cody, that's because you're wearing armor. Exhaustion, Ogre. Ogre was doing cleaning earlier. She is going off to sleep, so maybe she's alright. Alright. Hunter lacks suitable weapon. It's like, it's actually only about 30-40 people, realistically. That's not too bad. That list was a lot longer. But yeah, there's a whole heap of people in my colony, which I should be able to go through and see who lost their weapon. I don't feel like I'm about to get attacked anytime soon, but you know, it wouldn't hurt to send somebody out to go and look to see if they need a weapon, you know? What are you doing, tapping? I see you tapping, Andre. Oh, hold on. McJolly, that's right. You had a weapon and I couldn't give you one back because you were downed at the time. You can have the excellent minigun. Alright. McJolly was one of them. Oh, hold on. Pacifist. There should be at least 5 people. Tonna. Hold on. Let's get you back down here. You're a brawler, right? Greedy, bloodlust. I think you have a problem with me giving you any weapon. What about... It didn't say that he wasn't going to be unhappy. Last time I tried to give him a melee weapon, so yeah, should be fine. Troxo, what are you up to, Andre? I need to find, there we go. Troxo cannot walk. Okay, Troxos can wait. Maybe a few people that can't actually get up and walk. Falcon might be able to get up soon. You can have the excellent sword, wherever the fuck that went there. You have the excellent sword. There we go. Lurk and work right now, but I've been fixing things. Oh yeah. Nice. Well, by all means, continue to lurk and stuff if you're working and stuff. Yeah, I'll still be here. Melee for Lou. I don't know what Lou had before, honestly. I also thought I sold the fucking incendiary launcher, but apparently not. Somebody didn't do... There's both in here. I was pretty sure I sold those. Interesting. RimWorld's gaslighting me. It's not really, but you know, I'm pretty certain I sold them, you know, how I feel about this. Get your sniper rifle, Delacruz. If Delacruz didn't always go into like a psychotic thing, he'd be a lot better. Same with Delicious. Delicious specifically. I sort of want you to have a... Yeah, that's a good one. Although, there is a legendary. You want the legendary or not? Yes. Normally I try to give my good shots a better gun, but this is fine. Lola can have something. It's a loss of what I want to do today, even after a shower. Oh yeah. Is it too many options, or like not enjoyable options, or like just don't have energy kind of thing? Because I know I always find like if there's too many options, I'm just like, I want to do all of them, but none of them at the same time. If it's you know, the really like nothing I want to do options, there's no motivation to get anything done. Let's see. I actually did. I feel like I did a heap of stuff this morning. I don't fucking remember what I did. Oh, that's right. I fixed up my scheduling. Okay, so usually I don't do like a big kind of like schedule image or anything like that, right? But at the same time, I know that next month's going to be a bit of a mess because there's like there's the special event days, but I also have like several days off next month, and I also am in hospital and stuff for part of next month as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a mess to try to explain week to week where I am and what's going on. So I figured it might be easier if I just make... are you incapable of walking? Equips incapable. Capable of melee... Are you missing arms? Eyes, lungs. You look like you have... Do I have arms laying around? Hold on. I just gotta find out if I got arms. I don't think I do. Nah, Wolverine, I don't know what your manipulation shit's going on. Is it to do with your leg? You got right hand shot off, which means I need a prosthetic and stuff for Wolverine. Okay, I'm gonna need that pretty soon, actually. Hold on. I need a prosthetic arm. Can you make me 2 prosthetic arms as like a priority? I only want 2 made. I don't want like of 2 constantly made. And I don't know how his legs and shit are going, but that will get him started. That'll get him something. Get me back to Wolverine. Yeah, anyway, basically like next month there's a bit of a fucking mess all over the shop. So I was thinking that maybe this weekend, if I get some time, I was gonna try to sit down and maybe make some kind of like a basic image that kind of gives you guys a bit of an idea of what's happening in April, as like the whole month kind of thing. I'll probably only make it once for April because it's just a little bit convoluted each week all over the place. But yeah, it'll be right. It'll be fine after that. It's my pacifist. Usually speaking, like from week to week, most of the time my schedule is relatively consistent unless I take a day off for reasons, right? If I need to and stuff. So it's almost always the same unless I announce that I'm doing art stream that month or not, kind of thing. So I don't really generally like feel the need to kind of announce it because it's just relatively consistent for me. Like same day, same times, same games, those days, kind of thing, stuff like that. But this is like, yeah, I kind of want to make something easier for you guys to be able to look at and be like, yeah, okay, she's not going to be streaming today or she's not going to be streaming tomorrow or something like that. We have this special thing coming up this weekend and stuff. So you guys can like, you know, plan your time around that and stuff. Because like, I hate trying to like, I kind of hate like saying that I'll be live or like having people think that I'm going to be live and then I'm not live and they're sitting there waiting for me to go live and they're like, oh, I guess she's just not streaming or something like that and maybe I'm late or like maybe I am not streaming that day and stuff. I don't like wasting people's times, kind of thing. I like being clear and saying that yes, this day has streamed, this day does not, unless obviously for some reason, medical, health, mental, whatever, I require that day off, in which case I'll still try to let you know and crap, you know, as usual. I want you guys to use the spear. I'm not going to stream today. I messed up my voice yesterday making silly voices for Monster Lamau. It feels like a sore throat. I'm not surprised. I was wondering about that. I'm like, hold on a second. I just got to kill a orange horse. Get the fuck out of the caravan, mate. You're not in the caravan. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I was wondering because, like, generally speaking, as a chatty streamer, like, I do a shit ton of talking for the majority of time, like, for 4 hours and crap. And I'm like, generally speaking, like, my throat can get sore doing that, but I'm not doing any, like, putting on any voices or, like, straining my range of sound, you know? Because if you're putting on voices and stuff like that, like eventually you do get good at it, you get used to it, you define like the tones and stuff better, you get better depth of range and stuff the more you do it. But if you're only just doing it occasionally or only just starting out doing it, by all means, you're using so many different parts of your voice that you're normally not using. It's going to hurt like shit, you know? And as far as like streaming and stuff, like especially like having a conversation or whatever, your voice is pretty fucking important for that, you know? Of course, like, there are certain games that you can always play that are more kind of atmospheric sort of thing. But yeah, by all means, like, if you've been tired lately and your voice is sore and stuff, you know, just take a break. Just, like, notify your community how you notify your community and just take a break, you know? Everybody understands, like, I think the thing is too, it's a little bit hard to understand if you aren't a streamer, how it feels to suddenly have, like, like RIP voice kind of thing, like out of nowhere. Also, welcome in, Vin. I know you're in ads. I'll see you in 11 seconds. His finger looking good. It was, I told my partner about it. He was very confused. I don't know if he's seen the game images or not. But I don't know if he knew what I was on about. I didn't explain too deeply. I just said what I said in passing. And he's like, uh-huh. And, like, left it at that. That's probably about where I'll leave it at that, too. If anybody wants to see what that is, go fucking watch Jay Lee's stream for that. Or a VOD or whatever. Where's my thing? You. I mean, you. Yeah, if you want to go see Jay Lee make voices and have some interesting conversations about chicken. Good channel watcher. Her board was good. Anyway, there's also some other stuff in there, so just be mindful if you're like watching at work. There were some interesting conversations I walked into as well. So otherwise, I think you do like YouTube and shit for that later, somewhere down the track. Also, welcome in, Ben. I know you're on ads. I don't know if you're still on ads. But I think I've got everybody in my colony, give or take a couple, to go and get a gun now. So that should be fine. So I'm here now. Yeah, Yeah, I saw you say hello and then you were like, oh no, rats. And yeah, there's nothing much you can do about that. They're just once an hour, so it's generally, the idea is if you don't like refresh or like click away, they'll stay the fuck away for an hour, generally speaking. There's Colo. I wasn't far off Colo in my list when I was looking for people that need weapons, so I might still work through that. I like doing silly voices rather than reading games, but the weird gravelly monster voice I tried to do screwed me up. Yeah, I've heard about that. Sometimes like the gravelly voices or like higher or deeper than regular voice and stuff can really screw over like voicing something. So I just got unlucky. It happens. It really happens, because the thing is, like, my stream start time is like sort of consistent, but it's not like perfectly consistent. So sometimes like where the ads will start their rollout might be off like by 5 or 10 minutes or something like that, because like I've started early or late or something like that by like a few minutes and stuff. So yeah, they're usually around the same ballpark. Once you kind of like get used to sort of where they are, you can kind of like, I don't know, you can kind of like time your stuff, I guess. I want to get you. Did you really have to kill the fucking cat while I'm here? Damn it. I want to get you a long-range weapon if I can. I thought about giving them a pillar. Just for now, because I don't think I've got any more. Like, I do have gladiuses and crap, and that would probably make them pretty happy. Equipping steel gladius. No, you're already allocated. That's fine. Hey, Captain, I see you chilling. Yeah, I don't know. I was listening to a few different people do like voicing over stuff recently. Specifically, I've listened to a few people on YouTube. And the only thing is, like, I kind of feel like if you're gonna do a voice, you gotta go all in on it. I'm not somebody that does voices for reading stuff. So when I do the reading stream later in the year, it's gonna be very much my monotone kind of voice. Which some people do like and some people don't, but that's just kind of like a heads up that that's what it's going to be like, because I just don't do any of like the, I'm trying to put emphasis into reading shit. I just read it, so it's going to be a good sleep stream, I suspect, and stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know, I'm relatively like level voice wise anyway, so fine. Can you take the sniper rifle? Nobody's taken it yet. Okay, well, Cricket's the last one in the line, so everybody's now got allocated to a gun or a weapon or something, so nice. Well, except for Troxo, who was incapacitated and can't walk. When he's up and about, and Wolverine. Him and Wolverine will do the thing. So this guy, he needs a weapon, but he's currently... Well, he's resting. He might be able to get up, but I don't want to make him get up because he's upset. And Wolverine, who looks like he's doing all right. But yeah, those two need weapons later. For anybody that missed it, we had a psychic droner ship sitting out here. And I decided to build some turrets because why the fuck not? I had time, so I did the thing. We had more. And anyway, that worked really, really well for me. What did Snake just break? Oh, mate. Can you guys stop breaking those, please? I'm trying to find resources, which, by the way, somebody remade that. I think I've got most of these set to gold, but I thought I had one set to components, and I thought it was that one, but that's fine. You guys gotta stop breaking them. I'm losing my research when you break it. E. Wait, why have you got a shield? Can you drop that when you're done, mate? You're not supposed to be wearing that. There we go. Alright, good man. They keep finding this. I've got a black one, I've got a white one. And I don't see the white one in here. Somebody's already stolen it. God damn it. I also apparently didn't sell the Molotovs either. That's a thing. I have a statue. And it's a good quality. You can chuck that somewhere. I think we're good in this room for that size statue. I think I was looking for, yeah, I was looking for one up here. And I was going to move this. I don't know where I'm moving that yet. That can move over for the moment. And when this is available, I'll move that down. Hey, sure. Just clean that. Bennett's maybe. Can you move the statue so that I can have like the two sitting there? Vulture's caravan's now formed. Nice. Okay, I forgot to check if you... No, you got some of the food. Oh man, they did not pack a lot of food. They did take the ambrosia. They did get the incendiary launchers. They got the frag grenades. I did forget the molotovs. That's fine. They can go and make our ally happy, hopefully. So I'm going to go and try to trade with them because, well, I kind of shot up some of their people in that battle when they came to help. So they need something to be happy about that. But I don't want to just give them like a full fucking tribute, you know? I want to actually trade with them for stuff. Like inch them up a tiny bit, you know? So I could stay longer. Gotta run. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Good luck with the Rim. No worries. I'll catch you around, Vin. Thank you for stopping by. I am usually always here about this time, and Tuesdays are RimWorld. But yeah, you go do what you gotta do. Recreation starved. There's Johnson, mate. I was actually looking forward to RimWorld pretty solidly tonight because obviously I had this battle to do, and I don't know why, but as soon as I figured out I wanted to put turrets down, I got excited about this whole process because I'm like, I never think to put turrets down. Like, I've got turrets, don't get me wrong. Hold on. We have turrets. We're good. We've got turrets. But we have extra turrets now. I have movable turrets. If I wanted to, I could make an electrical grid with this all the way around here, like random places, right? And that would allow me to move these as I want to. Or I could spread them out and stuff. Because I don't want to deter this side of the beach. I want to deter this side from being a fight. This is why we have like fucking shit ton over here, right? We just have so many. Because I don't want the fight on this corner. Okay. Hey, there's pigs. I try to take it to the opposite side of the map because the beach is a lot easier to defend. So I'm a little bit concerned having so many turrets, but I could spread them out. I always had intention to have like a double layer through here. But I'm curious what having that there will do. Will it mean I get more attacks up here where I'm pretty well undefended, or down the bottom, which actually is kind of the worst because they get to my animals. Who's exhausted? Bowman. Why, mate? Did you... Exhausted, recreation deprived. Are you going to recreation or are you resting? It looks like he's... I don't know, he's going off to recreation. Maybe. No, rest. Sorry, he's just taking the long way to rest. Machuca, mate, when you're done, you can't do cleaning. Maybe Odd can. You clean the rec room after you play some pool. He's not too recreationally starved, so he's okay. Yeah, it's always nice seeing them come up and do stuff. We have people out here working on, you know, the food, which is great. I also saw a panther just lurking over here, like, why? But I don't know, I guess it's just outside going for a walk and stuff. Trixie does stuff. But we got Hawk out here doing mining, and it would be great if they'd stop destroying these things because I'm trying to do underground mining to get resources, and we've got like 12% progress, 0% progress, 3.9% progress. Like, I gotta wait for those to find things, and they keep fucking destroying them out of rage. Tantrums are crap. 34%. Get out of the way, Thrombo. 42%. Yo-yo. That makes a lot of sense. You're at 8.4. I'm at 14.6. Like, I could also release them, and Blue would like me a lot more, but they can't have me. They're not allowed to. So, I just have to deal with that. I do find it really funny that, like, I am in my colony. You know? But yeah, for anybody that hasn't seen it, if you want to capture me in your game, the name and game thing, so I can literally walk into your game. So if that walks into your game, that's me. So go ahead. A couple of people have already got me in their game, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that that's a thing. It's weird. Who's starving now? Pigeon? Pigeon's literally carrying food. And how are you starving? Malnutrition, trivial, malnourished.